Dr. Erdal Ozkaya, thanks for joining us on MySecurityTV and welcome to Cybersecurity Asia 2023.
Thank you.
I understand you've been to Kuala Lumpur before and presented at this conference, but you focused yesterday your keynote on ransomware, and we're just off the on the heels of a ransomware panel that you participated in. I like the way you simplify your message to the audience and also to your general customers on ransomware. What is your general simplification, I suppose, of the solution?
We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Go always step back and look at what happened to others. Look at their mistakes and try to learn from their experience. I mean, when we look at ransomware, it is not new. The first ransomware attack happened in 1980s through a physical floppy disk encryption.
Yep.
Then the big one, which was on the knees, was WannaCry, NotPetya, and from that it keeps going on. But let's look at the attack patterns. What is it? It is always, vulnerabilities, patching, not patching, phishing attack. So I can go with the list on and on and on, but it is always the same patterns. So why not look? I repeat again, look at what happened and try to learn from this and implement the good practices. And of course, with this, you should bring cyber risk management, you should bring some other great stuff, but again, everything starts from the basics.
Where do you think the key ones that they go wrong at? Is it things like not having the right backups? Is it, we've even heard on simple things like API security. Where do you think companies should focus, I suppose, in terms of the Pareto principle of 80-20 rule?
Yes, if they're already into backups, if you need to use the backup, it means they were already in. So why not try to keep them out of organization first? Lock a house, put an alarm system, and ensure it's safe when you leave the holiday.
Yeah.
When you come back and somebody was in and then you put the alarm system, is not going to help you, or you call the insurance, not going to help you. Of course, you might get some money back, but the damage is there. So for me, it is always first prevention, and to be able to prevent, you have to, of course, detect. If those doesn't work, then you have to recover.
Yeah.
And this could be API, this could be vulnerability in exchange, this could be vulnerability in application, this could be anything and everything. But the main key here is try to keep them out. It's like, remember COVID days? All what you have to do is wear a mask, keep a social distance, try to stay away from people. And if not, you had the high exposure.
Lastly, where should companies' stance be on paying ransomware? Do you think that's contributing to the problem, and maybe the position on the requirement for legislation to stop companies paying?
To pay or not, that's the question. Oops, that was Shakespeare, right? Honestly, I wrote an article in 2017, and that article was ending with, someday you might have to pay. And when I published that at LinkedIn, I had hundreds. It's still in LinkedIn saying, you should not pay. But today, we have organizations, they had to pay and they didn't pay. Let me give you an example. One of them is a famous GPS company. It was on the news, Garmin. They were demanded 10 million, they negotiated, they paid 4 million, and they were back in business. Then, again, it was on the news, the famous gaming company. They didn't pay. They had their backups, they restored back. And it was cool, right? But the hackers were a step ahead. They released 750 gigabyte, let me repeat, 750 gigabyte of source code into the wild. I'm like, dear CISO, dear IT team, 750 gigabyte data has left your organization and you didn't notice?
Yeah.
So, to pay or not to pay? Sometimes it's not the question. The question is, to get infected or not infected. If you get infected, did they exfiltrate any data? If they did, you pay or not, they're going to sell it to someone else anyway.
I suppose that's a good point, is it's too late by then.
Yes.
If you're answering that question.
Yes.
And look, I no doubt the audience got that takeaway. I suppose, what is your sort of call to action? You've written multiple books.
Yeah.
Where can people find out more?
Amazon, in Australia, Amazon is there, or multiple bookstores, they keep stocks. They can get
Beautiful.
it.
Well, we'll have the link.
Simple Google Bing search.
Beautiful. We'll have the link in the show notes. Erdal, thank you very much. Very entertaining here over the last couple of days. Thanks for joining us on MySecurityTV.
Thank you for the invitation and keep in touch.